go to our main event. It is an 8-man elimination match for the NEW Championship. I'm not sure if this ring's gonna hold them, but we're gonna try. Coming to the ring first. The first 4 combatants. The board center, Judas Icarus. Coco Flash. Elliot Tyler. And the Northern Star,
Elliot fully able to drive the getaway car if this team of 4 can pull off the heist here today. And it's only fitting in a baseball stadium, Jordan Bowman, that we would close out the night with some team warfare. An 8-man eliminator tag team match with the NEW Heavyweight Championship on the line.
It's our 10th match of the afternoon, Justin. We are in extra innings here at Nat Bailey Stadium. And this team in the ring, interestingly enough, they are all competing for the NEW Championship in this Eliminator Tag match. Quite unorthodox. Haven't seen something like this in wrestling in a long, long time, but I'm excited.
Travis Williams, the champion, the face of the Wisemen.
And their opponents.
Putting his title on the line. In very unorthodox circumstances, to be sure. And the Wisemen are dressed to impress.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ferguson, Uncle Daddy Toni Baroni, beautiful Billy Suede, and the NEW champion, Travis Williams. These are the Wisemen.
You're right, Justin. The Wisemen definitely dressed to impress with their matching jerseys.
There is no question that these 4 men are all on the same page, all on the same team. This faction have been the dominant competitors across every division in NEW wrestling for the last 12 months. Can their reign continue here tonight as Travis puts the gold on the line against a group of individuals who are united by one cause, a hate of those 4 wise men.
We've seen over the course of Travis Williams' near 10-month title reign, the Wisemen making their presence known in a lot of those matches to protect that championship. They have an opportunity now to legally do so in one match. It is all 4-1 with the Wisemen and Travis Williams.
Now we should say there is a history of tag team action between 2 of the men taking on the Wisemen here today. Elliot Tyler and Judas Icarus, known as the Strays, have tagged together up and down the West Coast, including right here in NEW against Effie. What a match that was.
Oh, incredible.
Anton Alexiev, one of the most memorable matches in the history of this company. Last man standing in this 8-man eliminator tag team match for the NEW Championship will walk out as the NEW champion.
And I got the scoop from award-winning journalist Wyatt Arndt. He spends a lot of time with the Wisemen, letting me know that none of them have aspirations for that title. They are purely here to protect Travis Williams, and they're hoping for a clean sweep at some point this afternoon here.
The champion, almost with the trio of bodyguards in his corner.
And Over the course of his title defenses, of course, against Artemis Spencer. We wish Artemis Spencer a speedy recovery, hopefully returning to NEW in the next coming months here. His match against Anton Alexiev, his defense against Judas Icarus. In almost every single one of those matches, the other 3 men in the Wisemen have made their presence known.
Travis looks like he's going to start this one in the ring. I mean, all 4 Wisemen, save for Mr. Ferguson right now, are inside the ring. But Travis, I believe, will ask Billy Suede and Toni Baroni to make their way to the outside. Evan Rivers starting in the ring for the challengers.
The Northern Star, Evan Rivers, has really been on a tear recently in the Pacific Northwest. Bright future for that young man. Is the future tonight, Justin?
It remains to be seen. He has made an impression in every single one of his showings in an NEW ring. Of course, had that very memorable street fight against Sebastian Wolf back at the Gaming Stadium at NEW 1 in September of 2021.
Kick this whole thing off.
The problem is, Jordan, as memorable as he has been in his performances, Rivers very rarely walks away with the victory. That has to be weighing heavy on his mind here tonight as he gets one of the biggest opportunities of his young career. A man who wears purple as a survivor of cystic fibrosis, who gives a cut of the proceeds from all of his merch sales to cystic fibrosis research.
Maybe one of the most inspirational up-and-coming wrestlers in all of independent wrestling is Evan Rivers, and he's also an incredible athlete.
And contrary to what award-winning journalist Jordan, or Wyatt Arndt rather, might tell you, Jordan, one of the nicest guys you could ever hope to meet as well.
He's been a guest on the Wrestle Nation podcast a few times. Always a pleasure to talk to Evan Rivers as far as I'm concerned. More of a pleasure than it is to talk to Wyatt Arndt sometimes, I'll say.
Rivers right now for a pump handle slam, but the Golden Boy able to reverse. As Evan will hang on to the ropes and throw Travis back into the middle of the ring, but Toni Baroni getting involved early in this one.
And they're just running the Wisemen playbook. They're used to getting on the apron and getting involved in Travis Williams' title matches. But like I said, now it's part of the match itself. A hip toss into a catch, flipping Rivers back over. Rivers with a double noggin knocker. Tag into Coco Flash.
If anything, the 4 challengers in this match have to feel that they are at something of an advantage, even if they're not entirely familiar with each other as tag partners, Jordan. At least the numbers game is even, and that is something that you can almost never say whenever the Wisemen are involved.
Now this is an eliminator match, Justin, so the advantage will definitely be to whoever the team is that knocks one of their opponents out first.
Coco Flash with the Manila drive-by on the outside of the ring will send Toni Baroni back inside as Coco looking up top. It's time to fly, a huge splash. Cross body right into Baroni, and he's able to get the shoulders up at 2. Referee Colton G trying to keep this one from getting too chaotic. And you have a feeling that things will get out of hand if the action stays in the Wisemen's corner for too long.
I think Baroni lost that one in the sun, Justin.
He's got his eye black going, though, so you'd think the vision would be all right.
I think he's got it only on one eye. Was he a member of TLC? It's his right eye, though.
Toni Right Eye Baroni.
Oh, met with a big drop kick from Coco Flash. The purple Lamborghini. What a speedster.
And again, Baroni not able to see that one coming, but he does get the shoulders up at 2 and will hustle back to his corner to tag in Mr. Ferguson.
If you've enjoyed any of the action you've seen today here on NEW, feel free to head over to NEWWrestlingMerch.com to tip your wrestlers from any of the fine 10 matches we've had here at NEW 8. And one thing that I think will make you hate the Wisemen a little more, they have not made those really sweet jerseys available on NEWWrestlingMerch.com, the scoundrels.
What a cowardly display from Mr. Ferguson as well, who took the tag from Baroni to enter this match, but as soon as he saw it was his longtime rival Elliot Tyler lined up across from him, tagged in Billy Suede to exit the ring. Fergie fears beef.
course, Elliot Tyler and Mr. Ferguson crossing paths on the very first NEW show at the gaming stadium.
They were
as
tag team partners.
And then Mr. Ferguson turned his back on Elliot Tyler with a brutal attack that I don't think Elliot Tyler's ever going to be over.
We said that one in stereo. You know why, Jordan? Because we're pretty formidable tag team partners ourselves.
Big,
here on the commentary
big,
table.
bald with beards. You and me, pal.
Team 3B riding again from the Neil O'Brien broadcast booth at the Nat Bailey Stadium here in East Vancouver. It's a beautiful day for wrestling, a show that few in attendance will ever forget. We're into a very memorable main event already.
Elliot Tyler ripping the batting glove off of Billy Suede, slapping him in the face. Oh, they're going to have a duel.
That's a challenge to a duel if I've ever seen one. Another one. 2 duels. These duels are not going the way of Billy Suede in the early stages anyways. And now a big slap from the hand of Elliot Tyler will send Suede spinning to the mat. Elliot Tyler and Mr. Ferguson, the most storied rivalry in the history of our young company. And Beef putting his power on display with those signature strikes.
Oh, shades of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes with that bionic elbow. Inverted atomic drop and a big clothesline with a leg sweep from Elliot Tyler.
Tyler's feeling it right now. He's in the zone.
Tags in his Strays partner, Judas Icarus, who also has come up just shy against Travis Williams in the last several months.
I think in a building like this, you would say Elliot Tyler currently throwing heat and a big kick, leading to a senton splash from Icarus looking for a cover. Baroni was trying to break up that pin, but Billy Suede able to get the shoulders up regardless.
Toughness of Judas Icarus can't be understated. I saw him walk into the ring along the warning track. He is not wearing shoes. He was shaking off those small rocks like you wouldn't believe. The toughness.
Billy Suede was calling for a trio of boots over in the corner, but it's Icarus who was able to reverse that and send Billy spilling into his own partners. And now Icky with the strikes into the face of Mr. Ferguson. Another wind-up into a double axe handle, and that takes Ferg clean off his feet. The big man can't believe it.
Mr. Ferguson, clearly the designated hitter of the Wisemen here.
And another pitch of a punch from Icarus into the face of Billy Suede. He sent the entire quartet of Wisemen spilling out onto the floor. I don't know that I've seen Mr. Ferguson get tossed around like a sack of potatoes like this ever in my life, Jordan.
Judas Icarus running through the Wisemen.
What a splash over the top rope to the outside. But Icarus finds himself swimming with sharks right now. The numbers game not at his advantage, but he's got the champ on the run. The rivalry between Icarus and Williams goes back years. These two men have met in singles competition 3 separate times here in this company, including the very first match in NEW history. That one went the way of Judas Icarus. If that's the case here today, he's your new NEW champion.
But him and his teammates have to make it through the entire Wisemen in order to do so.
You talked about before the match began, the fact that the Wisemen are all on the same page. They are not looking to become champ themselves. They want to defend the honor of Travis Williams any chance they get. Will we see some dissension between the challengers, however? Because if their side emerges on top, only one of them can become champ.
Elliot Tyler with a huge jumping, flipping senton into left field. This crowd loves it at Nat Bailey Stadium.
And the boy they call Beef is making a case that if one challenger is going to emerge as champion here today, it should be him. He's got Suede on the run.
I forgot who the legal man in this match is. So chaotic.
Billy Suede with a sliced bread on Elliot Tyler. And Tyler to the outside. Back in comes Coco Flash. Ripcord lariat. Billy able to duck out of the way.
Death Valley driver from Toni Baroni.
And out goes Coco Flash, and in comes Evan Rivers. The Northern Star takes a running kick from the champion, the golden boy, Travis Williams. And after spending the early parts of this inning in disarray, the Wisemen back in control. Though maybe I spoke too soon. Judas Icarus doing it all himself right now. Started with a huge headbutt, but Mr. Ferguson rights the ship for the Wisemen.
Judas Icarus is hungry for that NEW championship. This is maybe the second time in this match he has worked his way through the Wisemen, but Mr. Ferguson countering that with a boss man splash. And that's it for Judas Icarus.
Judas Icarus has been eliminated.
Wow, that's shocking, Justin. I would say he's probably made the most progress through the Wisemen, and he's the first man out. That's got to feel good if you're Travis Williams to see that happen.
Can his partner in the strays even the score? Elliot Tyler with a series of strikes and kicks to the head of Mr. Ferguson. Two men very familiar with each other as Beef Boy skins the cat a few times, and a chop so powerful it sends the champ reeling to the outside. Fergie clutching his ear after taking that big kick, and another black hole slam from Mr. Ferguson. The power hitter of the Wisemen has just knocked out both of the strays.
So the only people on the opposing team to the Wisemen with tag team experience with each other have both just been eliminated in quick succession from Mr. Ferguson. What an advantage for the Wisemen here.
And this is suddenly not looking good for the challengers. Just Evan Rivers and Coco Flash remain. Both men very early in their young careers have a lot to prove against some big-time veterans of the ring like Baroni and Suede, and a long-reigning champion like Travis Williams, who has held the gold since early December of last year. 9 months as the NEW champion.
It's felt like 12.
Billy Suede and Toni Baroni holding the tag team titles for a lot of that time as well.
Coco Flash as well has some experience in the tag team division, but Evan Rivers does not. Evan Rivers, not a lot of tag team matches here in NEW, so will his strategy incorporate tagging out to his partner as much as it should? You have to ask yourself.
It might not be long until, whether it's Rivers or Flash, we're looking at a 4 against 1.
Beautiful suplex from Travis Williams. As much as I, dislike the guy personally, you cannot deny what a talent he is between those 4 ropes.
The Wisemen only need 2 more outs to secure the walk-off victory here. And can they sweep the series against a quartet of hungry challengers with Travis Williams' NEW championship on the line?
You and I are running out of time to get all of our baseball puns in, Justin.
Evan Rivers fading in this one right now, but does he have some fireworks left in him? It is a Saturday night at the Nat after all. But Fergie grabbing some hair to bring down Evan Rivers, and a running senton splash from Mr. Ferguson, who put away both of the strays with back-to-back black hole slams not long ago.
And here comes the godfather of the Wisemen, Toni Baroni, picking up the scraps of Evan Rivers.
Coming up on the 1-year anniversary of NEW. The Wisemen looking to cement themselves as the faces going places. They have run this show for the better part of the last year. Can put their stamp on a great run atop this company with a dominant win here tonight, if that's the way this match continues to go. Evan Rivers, however, eager to get back across the ring and make the tag to Coco Flash. Flash got plenty of fire in the belly right now, and in he comes. Coco over the ropes. Clothesline to Baroni, another one.
Coco Flash, you can't keep straight what direction he's heading. Beautiful misdirection Hurricanrana there.
Well, I missed it during the big entrance, of course, when they drove the bullpen cart out onto the field. But did Toni Baroni take his usual snifter of brandy before the match began?
He was not driving, he was hanging off the back of it, and I do believe I saw him drink from his snifter of brandy. And I'm pretty sure they've got a cooler over in the corner, do the Wisemen. He's got to have some brandy over there, I'm certain.
So he's got fuel in the belly as well, not fading whatsoever at the moment.
Can that brandy make him a little too much warmer on a hot day here in Vancouver?
Coco takes flight with a big frog splash. And look at that, the Wisemen tripped over themselves, literally and figuratively, as they tried to climb back into the ring and break up that pin. Baroni has been knocked out. We're down to just 3 Wisemen, as the Bible intended.
A rare miscue from the Wisemen. A blind tag here from Evan Rivers. Forearm shots, combo, Itziguri kick. Fergie reverting back to his dancing persona there for a second. He hit him that hard. High-low from Coco and Evan.
An identity crisis momentarily.
They knocked him back to NEW 1. Another frog splash from Coco Flash. Middle rope moonsault from Evan Rivers. The DH strikes out.
And that is a huge elimination to even the odds here, as this turns into something of a traditional tag match. It's still an eliminator, but we're down to 2-on-2. The numbers game has been equalized, but you gotta think the Wisemen still holding something of an advantage here, as Billy Suede and Travis Williams very familiar with each other. They have been stablemates for years.
I am told in their preparation for this match, even though they were prepared to go 4-0 with a clean sweep, they all took time in training, working together in tandems of 2. So Travis Williams and Billy Suede, although they haven't traditionally competed in tag team wrestling, they are still a formidable tandem against the patchwork team here of Evan Rivers and Coco Flash.
And these two teams looking awful similar, Jordan. Dark mirrors of each other in some ways. As Evan Rivers is like a purple version of the Golden Boy, and Billy Suede and Coco Flash very similar, both in their ring work, their hair length, their stature.
Going pitch for pitch here at Nat Bailey Stadium here in the 10th inning.
It's a pitcher's duel. In a building that has seen the beginning of many great careers, including that of Alek Manoah of the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, we'll be talking about one of the 4 men in this ring right now. As a talent you got to watch at Nat Bailey Stadium before they plied their trade in the big leagues.
The intensity of Evan Rivers challenging Billy Suede to give him the best he's got.
What a kick from Rivers into the skull of Travis Williams. That will send the champion to the outside. And a massive Hurricanrana from Coco Flash. Travis Williams is in trouble. And so is Ill Bill. As Williams is on the outside, this turning into a handicap match that favors the challengers. The numbers game working against the Wisemen. When have we ever been able to say that?
I'm just happy we were able to say it this one time.
Huge kick to the head on that suplex. And what speed from Travis Williams. Showing Coco's not the only flash in this ring. A golden flash just broke up that pin attempt.
That's got to be the lack of tag team experience from Evan Rivers. Was not looking for the partner breaking up the fall there. Excellent tag team work from the remaining Wisemen, Billy Suede and Travis Williams.
Springboard drop kick off the middle rope sent Rivers to the outside. Now a ripcord. Wow.
Dueling forearms and enziguris from the Wisemen.
A cutter onto Coco Flash. And Coco with the kick out. The spirit of this young man to stay in this match. Incredible stuff.
Now we'll see how the Wisemen are at managing their frustration level, because them, me, and most of the people here at Nat Bailey Stadium thought that was it for Coco Flash.
He's got heart, however. You cannot count him out. Been a part of some big-time tag team wars over the course of the last year. Partnering at times with B-Boy, in fact.
That's right.
So he knows all about going to war. And that's what this match has become as we're down to the final four.
And you got to think, with a lot of the great veterans and out-of-town talent that have come in and been a part of NEW in the first year, what they're teaching the younger generation. Because I'm seeing a little bit of B-Boy and Coco Flash in this match right now. How about you?
He certainly learned from his partners over the course of the last year to channel that aggression, absolutely. Known for the speed game, but his strikes are nothing to overlook. As Evan Rivers could not get back in, and in fact, as you said, Jordan, he was cut off at the pass by Travis Williams to turn this back into a 2-on-1. Rivers, the last man standing from his team. And he's got an uphill climb ahead of him with not one but two Wisemen remaining across from him.
Evan Rivers, can he shake off his history of coming up short in NEW? Some great performances demonstrating some great heart, but he's never been able to get over the mountain, and this is the highest mountain he's had to climb yet.
And do not count him out. He is a fighter.
He's going to need to be. Looking for an assisted sliced bread. Oh, miscue from the Wisemen. Billy Suede hit with that enziguri. This is the opening that Evan Rivers needs. Schoolboy to Suede. He got him!
I'm honestly not sure if that was an intentional dodge on the part of Evan Rivers.
Well, intentional or not, it worked.
It looked like he just lost his footing and ducked out of the way, more so out of fatigue than out of pure strategy. But you're right, either way, we're looking at a one-on-one match right now, and Travis Williams has no more help left in his corner.
That is an unforced error at the exact wrong time for NEW champion Travis Williams, and we're down to 1v1 here at Nat Bailey Stadium. What an afternoon.
He has been the champion, as we said, since December of last year, but has been helped along the way, both in the chase for the championship and to hold it in the months since by the three members of the Wisemen. Not one to win a fair fight. Travis Williams, he'll have to do that tonight if he wants to remain champion.
Will the insufferable era continue for the Wisemen, or can Evan Rivers defy the odds and overtake Travis Williams?
Running drop kick, Travis misses the mark on that one.
Release Dragon Suplex. Canadian Destroyer at the Vancouver Canadiens Stadium.
And Travis Williams has to be seeing stars right now. But he is able to get the shoulder up and hang on to that title. Who knows for how long?
Falls don't get any more near than that. I thought that was it for Travis Williams.
You have to think that Evan Rivers did as well. How much does Evan have left?
You got to wonder, Evan Rivers, are all those times he's come up short in NEW, are they flashing through his mind right now? Can he shake that off and make this happen this afternoon here in Vancouver?
Is he having flashbacks right now to being used as a human squeegee on the outside window of the gaming stadium back at NEW 1? Rivers bringing him up, but Williams able to reverse once again.
He's looking for that Northern Lights Emerald Flosion maneuver, which he's used to win some matches. Reverse off the German suplex.
A released German from Travis, and Rivers landed on his feet. Can he do it again? No, this time, no release on the suplex. Williams will hang on for a pin attempt, and Rivers gets the shoulder up at 2.
His own momentum carried him through that bridge, though. Travis Williams wasn't able to get all of it, but he was able to get all of that knee to the back of the head. This could be it.
Running knee strike. And maybe it's Rivers seeing stars this time, but he kicks out, whether by instinct or will. He's still in the fight.
Amazing fight from Evan Rivers here, the Northern Star, showing all these people why he's one of the fastest rising stars in professional wrestling. And this crowd at Nat Bailey Stadium showing him love and appreciation.
Evan Rivers has been so impressive during his NEW run, but as you mentioned, Jordan, can he get over that hump and win the big one? Or will this haunt his dreams tonight?
Travis Williams looking for that hammerlock DDT.
And Travis Williams with a super kick right into the face of referee Colton G.
As soon as that happened, I looked over to the outside, and here comes Billy Suede back to the ring. Here comes Toni Baroni back to the ring. Not again.
The numbers game coming into play once more, and back comes Mr. Ferguson as well, as Evan Rivers takes control. Once again, looking for that pump handle slam on Travis Williams, but he sees the fight coming. Back comes Suede. He'll be dumped to the outside. Back comes Baroni. Rivers with a big clothesline on Toni. And back comes Mr. Ferguson. A running uppercut will send Fergie spilling to the grass.
Travis Williams has the NEW Championship belt. Look out, Evan.
The crowd hollering for Rivers to look out. And Evan just took the gold right to the chin. Is this what Travis needs to retain as he blows kisses to a crowd that would rather not see him continue as champion?
It's that hammerlock DDT that has ended so many of Travis Williams' title matches the last 8 months here in NEW.
Colton G dragged back to count the pin, and somehow, someway, Evan Rivers stays alive. This crowd can't believe it, but they love to see it.
Evan Rivers with a kip up!
No worse for wear. We thought that title shot would knock him out, and that enziguri kick has him staggered against the ropes, but Evan's still in the fight.
Huge plancha to the outside, takes out all of the Wisemen except for one.
Spinning kick from Evan Rivers.
Could he be looking for the Northern Lights here? Can he hit it? Crowd Irgimon, hit it, Evan!
Is this the moment he's been waiting for? Evan Rivers!
Hit it! That's gotta be it! New champion! New champion, Evan Rivers!
The Northern Star has done it! Evan Rivers dethrones the Golden Boy Travis Williams. The Golden Age is over, and the Purple Reign has just begun. Evan Rivers is your new NEW champion.
And this crowd at Nat Bailey Stadium is going bonkers over this.
What a display to overcome the chicanery of not just Travis Williams, but his pack of fools as well. As Baroni, Suede, and Ferguson tried to make sure that the Wisemen continued to hold gold. And as he climbs to the top of the mountain, Jordan Bowman, the target, has been painted squarely on his back. The battle has just begun for Evan Rivers. It's one thing to become champion, it's another to stay champion. But what a win here today. What a show. An incredible finish to a historic afternoon. The first ever wrestling show in a baseball stadium in Vancouver. As Take Me Out to the Brawl game, a rip-roaring success. And back come his teammates. Coco Flash, Judas Icarus, and Elliot Tyler mobbing the new champion.
We had said the Wisemen were all for one, but for what we're seeing here, this is a united team as well.
On behalf of our entire roster, thank you to the Vancouver Canadians for letting us have Nat Bailey. We will see you September 16th at the Commodore Ballroom. Good afternoon, everybody.
That will do it for us here from the Neil O'Brien broadcast booth as well. Jordan Bowman, what an afternoon, and we get to do it all over again 1 month from now at the Commodore. Any parting thoughts?
I cannot wait for that, Commodore. The culmination of 1 year of NEW, the anniversary show. It's got a pretty high mark to beat to top this, but with every subsequent NEW show, it just gets better and better, and the sky's the limit.
And we will see you then, ladies and gentlemen, Friday, September 16th. The 1 year anniversary show of Nation Extreme Wrestling. Until then, he has been Jordan Bowman. I have been Justin Morissette. This has been NEW8.